What
Hey,
up?
how's your day going?
I'm eating a snack, but
Oh,
it's
no
been
worries.
busy, but it's been good.
Busy?
Yeah, what about
Yeah.
yours?
I'm looking for where did I put my headphones? My day's been uh busy, but like nothing crazy. I've just been like editing, and then we're in like pre-production for my movie. So just prepping,
Okay.
prepping. Yeah, but yeah,
What are you
your week must
shooting?
be sorry.
What are you shooting at?
When September.
Okay.
September. We're gonna start September 11th, and I'm shooting for like 17 days. Yeah.
We got 16.
16. Yeah. I think it's gonna be 16. Um, but yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm
Nice.
excited. It's gonna be first feature. So yeah, trying to
That's-
get like you.
Where are you shooting it?
Where?
Mm-hmm.
In New York. In New
Okay.
York. So a
Okay.
bit of Brooklyn and the Bronx. But yeah,
We've
yeah.
met before, right?
We haven't met in person. We followed each other on like I feel like on a few different platforms. But I don't know if we met in person yet. Have we?
Met in person. You be in LA?
Really? I haven't been in LA in a while. I used to go to LA for like shoots, but I haven't been since like maybe 2022 or three.
I could have swore we met in person, but okay. Okay, but that's exciting.
That's how the internet feels.
I saw your short.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I saw your shit.
Great. I love
Thank you so
it.
much.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. No, I appreciate it. What was it? What was it like working with Marshawn?
Fun. Very fun.
Yeah, that Ryan Coogler experience was crazy too. With him calling them up.
Crazy.
No, yeah, no, that's wild. But yeah, no, that's why I'm like, yeah, I've seen your stuff for a long time. We follow each other. I'm like, we have mutual friends and stuff, so it is to the point where I'm like, yeah, I feel like I know you already.
Yeah.
But but that's why it was crazy. Like, just seeing the headlines when like I remember just stumbling upon an article about like the whole Yumi and Tuscany
Hmm.
situation, and I remember just being like, oh, this is crazy, this is crazy, and I was like, oh wait, Nina, wait, what? So
I didn't
that
get the same reaction because I did not know it was going to like become what it did. Especially
yeah.
a couple of ones. Like
Hmm.
I know, like I think it was like Pop Crave and like Film Updates,
Hmm.
where like you only really see them posting like A-list celebrities and stuff.
Hmm.
So I remember someone like sent it to me, and I didn't even think it was real. Like I assumed it was
Yeah,
probably, you know how people on Twitter have created like Pop Crave, but it'll be with like a K.
yeah,
It's not like actually them. So I was like,
yeah.
okay. When I saw that it actually was, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, what's going on? That's wild. No, I mean, like, did you? Because before any of the headlines came out or anything, had you already like? I don't know how did you get to the point of even like speaking out in any way or like just
I didn't
sharing
even start saying shit.
anything? Same,
Super sharing.
same.
So I didn't think it would leave like my circle.
Yeah.
I don't know. But like lately, it feels like because really it started that podcast, the original first podcast I did.
Mhm.
I don't I don't like speaking on podcasts and stuff, no offense.
No, I get it. I
I don't
get it.
I don't and I've just been really bored this year. Things have been very still and silent. Like
Mhm.
to the point like I started applying for 90 jobs. I'm getting rejected from
Mhm.
them. I'm getting rejected from directing gigs.
Mhm.
Like nothing's happening in my dating life. So I was
Mhm.
just like, okay. When the woman had like reached out to me about coming on her podcast, I looked it up. she'd gone like viral on TikTok like 2 or 3 times, but like not a lot of people had really watched it. So I was like, this is cool. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna say whatever. Nobody's gonna see it. But I made a pledge to myself where I was, since my life is so, I don't like saying boring. It's just still. And like, I keep trying to make it happen via like applying and applications and pitching, and nothing's happening. Maybe I should try just talking about my work more, because I don't really do that. So I did that, her podcast. And yeah, like every little clip of ours that she put out, well, like 3, like ended up kind of going viral. And I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. People want to hear what I gotta say.
Yeah, I was very, very interested. So then after that, I got invited to speak to like some high schoolers, like their film class.
Wow.
And so I was just feeling really discouraged still, because it's like, damn, I got to go talk to these kids about film. And like, I felt like nothing is really happening in my life. Like nothing's happening in my career. And so that's when I tweeted like the go see you, me and Tuscany. Like that's kind of like the 3 tweets that kind of went crazy. Yeah. I tweeted that. I went away from my phone for like 4 hours with them. And that's when I came back, and everybody's like, or my friends are texting me and they're like, hey, Pop Crave is like, some updates discussing film, whatever. So
that's crazy. That is crazy. It's like when, I mean, just to go from 0 to 100, where you're like, you know, things were quiet still, and then now all of a sudden, just off of not even in a way where you could have planned for it, you know, just literally off of just sharing this reality, this truth, right. And then oh shit, oh now y'all care.
Now y'all okay. I wish it came with some checks, but that's next.
Yeah, that's the thing about going viral that like people don't understand. It's like it doesn't just mean instant money, but it does it is like raising awareness.
I think this is better than money.
Yeah.
No, that sounds crazy, because like what is better than money, especially when you were as like in the negative. No, not in the negative.
Yeah, but I like what you were saying about you know, what happened was better than money. And
if I feel that way in 2 months, if I'm still damn it, you still ain't got a patient.
No, I'm like, I mean, money is obviously important and necessary, but I feel like a situation like yours is like it got you the people, and like that's something that will go like last longer than money, and can also lead to money and attracting money, or you know. So
yeah, exactly. And like The Wrap did an article today, and it featured me, and I wish we had spoken sooner, because they like literally asked me for like friends of mine that either have a completed feature or in the same boat as me, or they've done shorts that have done very well, but they can't get like their feature picked up or like greenlit. And so I was able to like tap into 2 of my friends that are exceptionally gifted. And so The Wrap literally did such a wonderful write-up. They talked about our short films. They talked about like the feature that I made, the feature that they want to make. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like, what if my friend's stuff ends up getting picked up?
Like, wait, that's the one that just went up with Natalie?
Yes.
Oh, damn. That's
I've actually never met her in person either. We're like film friends.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's another one where we followed each other for a while, and then
that's exactly
met. But yeah, no, that's dope. I mean, that's the beautiful thing. I feel like with, you know, with all of us, whether it's, I mean, especially with the Black indie filmmakers, like everyone's really supporting each other. And I feel like, and like how you're saying, like you and Natalie have not met like in person, like you and I, like may or may have not met, like we've been supporting each other and like following each other. And like, I'm like, this is, I don't know, it's as much as like the industry may be ignoring us or sleeping on us. I'm like, it is cool to see what's happening on the internet with us, where it's like putting stuff out there too.
Yeah, that's how I saw your short. I mean, I saw it literally within like a couple of days of you dropping it on YouTube. And I remember seeing it and being like, God, damn, this has a lot of views. And then I watched it and I'm like, oh, this is, because I don't know if you've seen like Sorry About That. I don't really have a genre. Like I will have the most insane comedy, and then I will have like this tear-jerking coming of age. So like I saw that and I was like, this is my brand comedy. Like just for real, I loved it.
Thank you. Thank you.
The camera work, the pacing, the jokes, the casting, it's so good.
No, I appreciate that so much. And I'm with you in the sense of like genre is whatever. It's like we're going. Yeah, I'm like, I mean, for me, I'm just like, it's go wherever, you know, whatever I want to do. Like, I mean, you know, that Super Nigga is like blaxploitation comedy.
Super Nigga. Yes.
Yeah.
I wanted to say super bad, so I didn't say anything at all.
It's all good. But yeah, you know, like the next thing is gonna be like a horror movie, and then there's all different things that I want to do. Serious, comedic, but there's no box. But you know, but like what happened with your tweet, I think that's what happened with me with Super Nigga, where I remember I didn't know what I was gonna do. No, you're good. You're good. But I didn't know, like, when I was releasing the film, I didn't know what was gonna happen or, you know, how it was gonna be seen. I was just like, all right, like, I'm tired of sitting on this and like just letting it be a secret in the industry. I just want to put it out. And it's, you know, it's not getting into festivals, but like everyone who sees it likes it. So yeah, I remember and then I was like, I really don't know if this is gonna get seen because the title of the movie and the name of like the YouTube channel is like Fuck Hollywood Productions. So I was like, all of this is gonna get suppressed. And it was fun to see, okay, it's starting to get seen. And like, especially when like Black Twitter found it, I was like, finally, for so long, I was waiting for like Black people and Black Twitter to see this. So it was dope to see that happen. And like, what was I guess I don't know, what was I know you said like, you know, you were surprised when your tweet went around, but I'm like, what was the reaction, and especially seeing like, you know, other filmmakers connect, or you know, or even the audience learning about, because I feel like the interesting thing with this experience is seeing like people not in the film industry, like just general public, learn about the experience of Black filmmakers through this, you know. So how's that been for you?
I'm just excited. At first, I really thought that it was one of those things like where it went viral one day, and then like it went viral on, I think it was like a Thursday. So I thought by Monday no one would care anymore. And it's kind of like, it kind of sucks. It's not like I've gone viral with my dogs before, and you know, for a day, and then like I don't like, everyone stops giving a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Like they're my dogs. But with this, it's like, damn, like this is gonna suck because this is something that affects every day of my life. Like this is my career, and this is so many people around me, their careers, and this is what we're experiencing. And like for Black people, but even like my white female friends, like nobody gives a fuck about their movies. After Barbie, they're like, oh, okay, less, but they be struggling too. So it really is, it's affecting so many of us. And I was like, dang, like I really hate to see this just be like a weekend thing. But I mean, I don't know. I think I tweeted this at the end of March, and we're fully in April now, and it's just like more awareness coming to it. I hope that it just keeps snowballing until some change happens.
Yeah. I mean, fingers crossed. Because I don't know, but also like the dope thing for me seeing what's happening is just like how we said, it's like it's attracting the people to you. And you know, for me, I'm like, that's building an audience even for, you know, for your film, for You, Me, and Tuscany. Like both films are now gaining like this word of mouth audience. But especially the cool thing for your film is like it's building a demand for a film before the audience has even seen it, you know. Like
so cool.
Yeah, you know, it's like people are starting to be like, oh, whoa, there's a movie with Coco Jones and Country Wayne and shit. Like,
It's just insane in itself.
yeah, yeah.
I felt like if I wasn't a part of this movie, I'd be like, what?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I probably like it works. Wayne knew he wasn't gonna get cast in the type of roles that he wanted. So he was like, I'm gonna make a movie and I'm gonna cast myself in what I want.
Yeah.
And he funded this film and like, yeah, did the damn thing. And that's so like the film kind of the birth of this film is literally kind of being like, I don't know, just like fuck the normal path. So I feel like it's kind of the film's taken. Oh, my dog's shitting right in front of me. It's kind of taking its own like identity and is still just moving in that wavelength. Ultimately, we still want a studio to pick us up and go to theaters and streaming, but it's really just showing there are no rules.
And I feel like, especially as the audience and the demand continues.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. So I'm just gonna be like moving and doing shit. I think that's the reason I didn't like really be doing podcasts.
It's all good. No worries at all. No worries at all. But I feel like the fact that like, you know, it's there's such a demand and word of mouth building around the movie. Even now, like as studios begin to, you know, get closer and closer to the project, it does give you guys leverage, you know, in a way that that I guess a traditional like indie feature just project wouldn't have, you know, like you're coming to a studio like, yo, look, we got like all this attention. There's people, you can even track the data of like where people are coming from.
Yep.
It makes it less of like even a gamble for us,
right?
You know, so it really is, fuck the traditional path.
We'll see what happens. You know, I'm the director of it, and so I don't know a lot about the internal stuff until something concrete is on the table. But my EP, Stephen Love, did say, he was just like, girl, like you don't know what you did with that tweet.
Yeah.
Like things are changing. And that's all he said, because he don't really be telling me shit until it's concrete. Not in like any
but it's like you don't need to stress.
Right. You don't need but something's happening. And even with when I saw him last week at a screening of You, Me in Tuscany here in Atlanta. And at that screening, like Will Packer was like, hey y'all, like we have someone really special in the house tonight. I'm looking like all the celebrities and I'm like, well damn, like who else is here? And he was like, how many of y'all saw that like viral tweet?
Yeah.
And I'm like, is he talking about me?
Yeah.
And like the whole crowd is just like, woo, we saw it. Like, that's crazy. Da, 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 da. And he's like, yeah, well, we've got her in the house tonight. Like, Nina Lee, like, please stand up. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
This is wild. And he was like, and we have like, the producer of her film, Stephen Love. Can he please stand up? And so Stephen stands up and he's like, you all have such a treat to have them in the house tonight because you're looking at like the future of not just Black cinema, but like cinema. And I'm like, damn. And so going back to what I was saying about like the checks ain't rolled in yet, but like I've had money before and nobody knew me. I made a lot of money last year. Nobody knew me. Like I wasn't getting like directing gigs and stuff. I just went back to my little social media 9 to 5 and was finishing up my film. And so like, I don't know, getting moments like this, it's really invaluable when film is what you've been pursuing since you were like in high school. So it's cool.
Sheesh. No, that is so dope. Cause it is like you know, when he says like the future of cinema, it's like, man, like how you said this movie is coming together in a non-traditional way. Like you guys truly are showing, and even like how it's building now its own audience and everything. Like it's really a forward-thinking way where it's like, oh, we don't have to like sit and wait. We can share what's going on. We can talk to the people. And now it's like you know, even like I said, like, you know, the movie has a demand before the audience has seen it, but now it's like even you as a filmmaker, you know, people are becoming familiar with you and like your name and like your brand. And like, you know, that brings people back to like the shorts that are already out. There's now the curiosity of like, oh, what's this feature going to be like? And, you know, people that are going to want to grow with you. So, you know, that's what I would say, like the beauty of and the internet, because without that, a lot of people would not know about these experiences that we have, or like, you know, our struggles or successes.
Yep.
You know, so kudos to you being outspoken.
Yeah, we gonna see. It's
yeah.
We moving.
Well, I mean, but even is this like is this your first feature?
Mm-hmm.
That's even crazy.
Yep, first feature.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so how did you get attached as a director on the project, if you can say?
Yeah. I went to college with Steven. So he went to Morehouse, I went to Spelman, but I took a lot of like film classes at Morehouse. And so it wasn't a lot of people, like people took the film courses and stuff like that, but it was a very small community of people that were just like very, very serious about making like independent films. And so naturally we all kind of like found each other. Steven started like this Morehouse Film Club situation. So we would make like short films and shit like that.
Yeah.
Sounds weird now. I don't think you can, because you know, it doesn't seem like we're that old. But like 2011, like the film culture on our campus was like almost non-existent outside of those like classes. At Morehouse, Spelman had nothing.
Yeah.
They had two classes, and I had like taken those, and so we, you know, kind of kept up with each other from that. And so he and Wayne are both repped at CAA, and so that's how they connected. And so then they needed a director, preferably someone that lived in Atlanta and did comedy. And yeah, I think somebody reminded Stephen about me, and he was like, "Oh shit, Nina, like, duh."
Yeah.
And yeah, he hit me up. I read the script, and in my directing pitch, I also pitched to do like a page 1 rewrite of the script.
Yeah.
And I think they thought I was nuts. Well, Wayne was into it. Stephen was like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
It was just like, I can't direct this unless I can do a page 1 rewrite. And they were like, have a month. And I'm like, fuck it, okay.
Yeah. Wow. Did you have any doubts about asking for that, about, or even bringing up the page 1 rewrite, or were you like,
my manager did?
Yeah. Like, we just got to get the job. Let's just book it.
He didn't even, he was just like, I don't know, like, let's just like wait for another feature to come along. And I was like, I like the characters, I like the storyline. Let's just, shit.
Yeah.
Those that ask not have not, like, I'm not even gonna ask. I'm literally just gonna like give my directing pitch. Yeah. Done, and I'm like, but wait, there's more. Here's how I'm gonna change this entire story. And I did. And Wayne said, okay, so well, he's funding the film.
Yeah.
And so after that, I went out to LA and like met with him, and we talked, and we came up with like new ideas and things like that. And at that point, I had like 2 weeks left to like finish it. And so I was like, I need to go on a trip. I need to be around some water, and I can like wrap this up, sign, seal, deliver, and finish it. And so he sent me to Cabo. And it was Cancun. And I finished it. And I think they were probably really worried because I like went to a party. I went to the club. And I know they were watching my script. Like, oh, this girl.
She's just on vacation.
Like, but I went, like, I finished it up. But you know, shout out to the original screenwriter.
Yeah.
This isn't me dunking on her or anything like that. I just kind of have a style, and I just wanted to make sure my first feature was like in that world. But we had no interest from any actors. And after my script, we had a lot of people like circle back around with interest. And that's kind of how we ended up with the cast that we have.
Damn, that's crazy. I mean, hey, shout out to your vision. But and that's the thing. I mean, it's like as a director, it makes sense. Like it's like the writer did their job with setting up the story. Now it's like, okay, now I have to actualize this. So it's gonna require a change.
Right.
So,
well, I feel like all directors should do that. I don't know. Like I have some friends and they be trying to do that, but they're not just like at their core a writer. And so I'm just strengths. If we're not at your core, just a really solid writer, I don't think you should do something like that. I really don't. It kind of reminds me, I was on this show, Project Greenlight. I don't know if you watched that.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I know.
In 2022, they did it with all women, and they wanted a page. The woman that won, like she considered her, I mean, I love Miko. She said she was a writer director, but she knew how to write what she knew. And so, but she's a fabulous director. So she won the competition, and literally on the day after she won, they were like, okay, we need a page 1 rewrite. And she was like, what? Because she knew how to like write in her, I don't know how to really explain it, but she didn't really know how to like take a script and like completely tear it apart and rebuild it.
Yeah.
She knew how to build what she knew. And I don't blame her at all. I blame that show, because there really is a difference between like being a writer director that knows how to like write what you know, and then being a writer director that's just really like understands like writing at its core. So I think you just got to know your strengths.
I agree.
Because what would you consider yourself?
I write and direct, and then I act. Because for me, I'm like I do the 3. I'm like because I'm like I have a very specific kind of movie that I want to make, and I have a very specific kind of role that I want to play. And I'm always like, no one's gonna write this, no one's gonna cast me. I'm gonna write this. I also love screenwriting, and then I love all of them. But I feel like I started with writing first. Writing was what came to me first, and then directing.
You understand, like, I don't know, just the core fundamentals of writing, screenwriting. No,
it's like it's very much like, I think there's people who like the idea of being a writer director, but it's more for like a ego, just because it's like that title looks nice, writer director.
Well, that's what I was kind of getting towards, and this isn't saying anyone that I've mentioned is that. But I do think a lot of people do want to say they writer directors, but they're not really. In that case, don't do what I did.
No. Martin Scorsese is a director. Sometimes writes, but he hires writers. You know, Spike Lee doesn't write everything. But that's the thing. It's like David Fincher, whatever. But I think people do love the idea of like, I did everything or whatever.
Yeah, no, there's some really good screenwriters. You should like probably hit them up. I have a homie, I know we were pitching something, and he was like, I need you to like, and he was going to direct it and write it, but he was like, but I can't be the only writer on this. Like, I need you and one of our other friends like to come on, and we're going to like do this together. And we did, and we ended up selling the script to Spike Lee.
Wow.
And I think that it was just so like genius of him to be like, I have this great idea. I'm a good writer, but I'm not the greatest when it comes to something like this. But he is a great director. Let me tap into my friends that are really like that skilled at screenwriting. And just gonna combine efforts. But I feel like a lot of people are moving away from that type of collaboration. And that's the only reason I said I don't want people to like read a script and feel like as a director, they have to completely like change it. Because no, you don't.
No, that's real. I mean, I think the signs of a great director is, you know, someone who's willing to invite others in and trust others. It's like, okay, you're an expert at this. You're a great writer. So, okay, you come on in. You're a great production designer. You do exactly that. I'm not going to step on your toes or whatever. I feel like, because I remember for me, when I first got into, when I went to film school, like I went to NYU, and I remember I did not come from the background that a lot of those kids came from, where, you know, these are all kids of like this filmmaker and this filmmaker, and like they've had, you know,
that's intimidating.
Yeah, I remember at the time it was like I remember like my freshman year, like I remember the Red Epic was like the new camera and stuff at the time. I remember being like, well, I can only dream of getting my hands on that, and like kids just owning one, or like, you know, yeah, or just, you know, all that stuff. So I remember I came in with a lot of like, I didn't have a lot of technical expertise as a filmmaker. I just knew the kind of stuff that I like, the kind of stuff I want to make, and that's it. And I also didn't know the level of expertise that others would have, because I didn't really know the I guess I didn't know about like the makeup of like the people who went to NYU. I didn't know it was
I don't know anything about it either.
Yeah, same. So I went in blind, but it's just like a lot of rich kids. Very much rich kids, and a lot of like filmmaker, you know, families. So I came in very blind, but then I started to feel a little insecure, because I would see like, oh, these people know about these lenses and this and this and that. And I remember I started to doubt for a bit, but then I got to a point where I realized, these people might know a lot of technical stuff, but they're not really making good stuff, like good stories, or like, you know, collaborating or anything. So, and that's what, for me, I realized I don't need to know everything. I just need to know what I want, and to bring on the people that know how to actually make it happen, or tell you the right way to do it. So literally, you just have to trust other people. And you also, that's how the project looks better. And then you as a director even look better, because you let other people shine.
Exactly.
Versus, people, got to remove the ego.
That's such a big thing throughout like this industry, and probably just entertainment sectors. It's a lot of ego.
Yeah, everybody wants to be a visionary.
Everybody is like, oh my gosh. Ooh, everybody's a director too.
Yeah.
Like on my set. Like I wanted to let people do their things, but they would also be like, I'm a director too. So like, and it's like, okay, but you're not the director of this.
Right, today.
You're not the director today. Because I'm not a micromanager either. But on my first feature, it was so many people, and they were just like, this your first time?
Yeah.
I've been on the set of a lot of films before. I'm also a director. So I'm going to kind of like do what I want. And I had to be like, no. At first, it was a little bit like daunting. But then finally, by the time I got in my groove, I was just like, no.
It's like y'all work like I hired y'all.
Right. We're not doing this. I had a wardrobe stylist, and she told me that she found everything I did and all of my ideas when it came to clothing to be corny and unrealistic. And she was like, and so I want to keep working in Hollywood, so I'm going to do what I want.
What?
And she did. Even I was just like, if you don't like my style, like, why are you here? Like my short, we sent everyone 2 of my shorts. This one wasn't available, but it's called Black Girl Day Off. And it's super whimsical, and everybody's either wearing pink or blue in the whole film. It's very monochrome. I mean, kind of just how I dress in real life. And even artistic. Like you've got Marshawn and this like he's supposed to be this gangsta dude, but he's in this pastel like hoodie, and the little girl's got a blue headband with a blue top. And that's just my style. And she was just like, I'm not doing it.
I feel like it's crazy for someone to, because like if anyone has seen your work, like that is something that's very like colorful. It is very like intentional. There is a very like specific. It's very specific. So it's like you knew what you were signing on to.
You knew what you were signing in. What?
Why are you here?
So scary. I was so like, okay, I'm new here, and she worked on other films, so I was just like, well, let me just see like the ideas that you come up with.
Yeah.
So me and her, we just kept butting heads. It wasn't until like she put Loretta Devine in like some outfits, and she was like, "Oh, baby, this is ugly." And then our other actress, she like called me and she was like, "Hey, so part of the reason that I signed on to doing this is because I typically do action films and my wardrobe is boring, and so I had in mind for my character. I was excited." She was like, "But you lied to me because this wardrobe is not that." So I was like, "All right, like she gotta go." We were able to get her fired. But she did not go without a fight. She's just like, why though?
It's like you don't want to be here. That's crazy.
I think she was just there for a check. I don't know, man. It was I'd never experienced that before.
Sheesh. Oh man.
Like we didn't fire her until like day 8.
Yeah.
So like a month of pre-production of having to deal with her, 8 days on set having to deal with her. Literally the whole time she's just like, "You're so corny. Like no one cares about what you're doing. If I do this, like no one's gonna hire me." I'm sending her movies like La La Land and Scissorhands, and she's like, "Yeah, they can do that because they're white. You're black. We don't do that."
It's like I'm telling you we can, so let's just go do it. Like
just like, y'all, please, like, go with this woman.
Oh my God.
So yeah, don't let nobody bullshit you like that one in September. Maybe trying it a little less for men, but somebody still might try it. I don't know.
Sheesh. Yeah. No, I mean, I remember I've been on sets where, like, I mean, I guess for me as a dude, I haven't experienced it as much. I've had a few people do it on some projects, but I've been on other jobs where I remember I was producing, and it was like a black girl was directing.
Nice.
And there was so many scenarios where she could say one thing and like, you know, whether it's the gaffer or like somebody would doubt. And then if I say the same thing, it's like, okay,
yeah. And okay. So you've seen it.
So I've seen, you know, and I'm like, it's crazy. I'm just like, you're working for somebody, like, and it's not even the fact that you're working for somebody. It's just like, this is a person. Just have some decency, respect. Like, you know, this is someone's vision. So just support it and or amplify it, elevate it if you feel like you can do better.
Especially when it's not something outlandish. Like, what are we talking about? I don't know what it was in your instance, but like I'm talking about fucking pastel colors.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not saying everybody needs to wear dominatrix shit. Man.
No, that's crazy. I'm glad y'all were able to get rid of her and fix the situation. And especially when it's to the point where it's like how you're saying, you know, other collaborators came onto the project specifically for your style, for your vision. So it's like, what we fighting about?
What? So yeah. I don't know. I wish I was the director that I am now then, but I also wouldn't be had I not like gone through those experiences. And it's hard on shorts because with short films, like you're on set 2 to 3 days. Yeah. Like how do you, and you're doing that like a full like production. You're doing that once or twice a year if you're lucky. So it's so hard to like really grow from something that you don't get the opportunity to do that often. With the feature, it was my first time just like really being in that space and for such a long time that it like forces you to grow. And I think that's another reason features are so important. I didn't know that until I did it, but it's so important because I don't know, it really does make you a stronger filmmaker and person. I'm such a better person.
Yeah. No, I feel like a comparison that I see is like with stand up. I feel like it's easy. It's one thing to do to perform like a 5 or a 10-minute set. But then when you start going on the road and you start doing like 30 minutes, your hours, and you're doing that consistently, that's where you really start seeing the growth, and you start seeing, okay, like I was good, but now I'm great, or the little things that you wouldn't have noticed, because it's more consistent, and it's longer stretches of work, as opposed to, okay, we're in and we're out, and you don't get to sit with, and then come back to it.
Right.
So yeah, I get that, like with the feature.
Comparison. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm excited for the experience of a feature, because even like hearing people talk about, like, catching your rhythm, for as a director, but then even the overall shoot, where it's like, okay, now we're like in sync, we're locked in,
It's such a good
one
feeling.
brain. Yeah. No, what
Yeah.
was, I mean, in your experience with this being your first feature, like, was there like a high point or a highlight moment where you felt like, okay, everything's starting to, we're finding our groove? You're like, this was a 16-day shoot, and it was work.
I wish we could have done 16 days. It was union, so we had to be out in 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this one scene where Coco's character is like singing in a cafe, and my production designer, he just like nailed it with how I wanted it to look, which was just really girly and pink and whimsical, and it's just lovely. And the song that I wanted Coco to do a cover of, we ended up being able to clear it. And I don't know, like when I got to set and like hearing, and Brian Michael Cox like put the cover together with her.
B. Cox, that's crazy.
And
Legend.
Right. And yeah, when we got like in, I don't know, just like being in that room and like filming it, and everything looked how I wanted it to look, it was just like, okay, like I liked the wardrobe, everyone's wardrobe, everything. It was just like, all right, we're doing this. There's a sign outside the club, and I named the club after my favorite rom-com, and I wanted this pink neon sign. And so like the production designer like made that, and that's the name of the club. And we have like Young as the bouncer, and he's fucking hilarious.
That's crazy.
And I don't know, it was just really like magical to me. It was the first time that everything kind of like came together. Cool. And then from there, it kept getting better.
Yeah. Wow, that's
the first couple of days.
Yeah.
Man.
That's crazy. That's it really does sound like a fairy tale. And so, I mean, had features always been like the goal for you, or like, damn, that's crazy?
That is my goal. I'd like to direct some television here and there. I like commercials because it is very like you're in there and out of there.
Yeah.
Writers' rooms kind of scare me a little bit because I just I like to be moving, and I think it would like probably drive me a little nuts being someplace for like 3 months in like a room. So features are just, that's what I've always wanted to do. Like,
yeah,
I've always wanted my career to kind of be modeled after like, Spike and newly added but Nia DaCosta and Jordan Peele, and of course the white guys. Like,
yeah.
And I love Guillermo del Toro and people like that too. Like that's a little show here and there, maybe doing commercials for fun, but like your bread and butter is featured. I don't know if it's gonna be like that anymore because the money is not like it used to, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like I definitely I'm like I want to features is what I love too. And yes, the feasibility and like the possibility of making a living out of it is very crazy.
Yeah.
But that's also where I'm like, with people like with situations like what's happening with your film, where this audience is coming directly, where you're really attracting a direct to customer audience
Yeah,
or
monetize
relationship.
on Instagram or some shit. Like,
Yeah,
I gotta figure this out.
I'm like, these are people there's people that will want to grow with you, and like, and whether that's things that's an audience that can convert into attracting investors, or just having more of a guarantee for a studio or for someone to get behind your projects. I'm like, it is something that I think makes it, I don't know, that kind of increases the sustainability of being a director today. Because I look at like musicians, where musicians, the making money off of their music specifically, that's like, okay, the top 1% or 10%. But otherwise it's like, okay, they're making money off of their touring, their merch, or if you have a cult like audience that you can sell your music directly to, that's happening. And that's where I'm like, man, I don't know. I think because of the internet, independent filmmakers, or just filmmakers in general, whether you're working in the studio system or not, we're able to, I don't know, take a little bit from what I think musicians and other people who've had to use the internet are able to start doing, or even comedians, where I'm like, comedians literally, we're seeing like the second gold rush in comedy. I don't know if it's necessarily we're seeing the best comedy, but we're seeing money and attention, and audiences are starting to go to comedy, because of how comedians are able to get their work out there and just like connect with people all over. So I'm like, as filmmakers start to do similar, or even just use our voices, because for so long we have been like, okay, you're just behind the camera, the actors and everyone are who the audience relates to. But I'm like, now, because like how with you, people are able to connect with you as an individual, as a filmmaker, and they're getting to know your voice, your interests as a filmmaker, the projects you want to do, and we're able to follow along, even with like That's Her. Like, now we're able to just follow along and see like, okay, where's it at? What's next? This, you know? So I don't know. I think for me, that's what I think is empowering for filmmakers, at least, where like we can build our own audiences and take them with us to a studio, or
How do you feel about, like, as a comedian, how do you feel about like doing the skits and stuff?
I feel like
telling me like do some skits.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that?
I feel like I love doing them. I feel like even with the movie that we're making in the fall, A Nightmare on Malcolm X Boulevard. That's like a horror comedy about interracial dating. And I've been like, we started doing like, I remember a few months ago, I started doing like all these little sketches, first just to promote the Kickstarter, because I was getting to a point where I was like, okay, maybe I can't just like keep yelling into my phone and be like, hey, donate, which worked. But then it was like, okay, let's start giving people a little more. Let's start giving people a sense of like what the movie might feel like, or like, scenes that could be in the movie, but are obviously never going to make it into the movie. But we were doing stuff like that, where it was just like, okay, let's do like a 1 minute, like, little funny interaction, or, me as my character, or, little things where it just, I don't know, it makes it feel like, okay, it's not necessarily just, let's make a TikTok or like to make content. It's like, it almost feels like, okay, let's make the movie, or, things, that aspects of the movie.
Okay.
And so that's like fun for me because I'm like, yeah, for people who are curious about it, they're getting a peek into what it might be. And now it's like, okay, I'm following along. I don't have to wait till the movie comes out to, even get a sense of what it might be. And even though the promo and these sketches are like, these are things that I'm making for like no money, just like with friends shooting on like a little camera. So it's like the movie's obviously going to be 1,000 times different, but the spirit of it is there. It's almost like many proofs of concept.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You've kind of like
Yeah.
changed your approach to the skits. They're like skits with purpose.
Yeah.
Others aren't, but like, I don't know. That's interesting.
Yeah, because I mean I think there's when it comes to making content, I'm like there's different purposes for different forms of content, whether it's like like when I was crowdfunding, there was like, okay, we got to make content there's some content that's gonna make people give money, and there's some that's just gonna make people laugh, and that can go viral, and maybe it attracts audience, but it's not gonna convert into money. That's to get money. It's another thing. Sometimes that just requires like literally a vulnerable direct to camera message or whatever, and then to build the audiences like the sketches. But it's I always try to look at it as like there's different purposes for different pieces of content. So I don't know. I think when I just think about like, okay, what's the goal here? That's what motivates a decision, or even like interest to even be like, okay, let's go make something. Me, I'm always like, I just don't want to sit and wait and rely on others. I got to do something, and I'm impatient, and I get mad. So that's why I'm like, I related to your tweet, and even in general, like, I mean, I follow you, so I'm like, I just relate whenever I see your tweets. I'm like, yes, I agree. Say what you say it,
Man.
But how do you feel when people I guess suggest the idea of like making sketches or content for the movie?
I don't know. I think you kind of like made me want to see it differently.
Yeah.
I think I used to be closed off to it, but I think right now it's just really how people are staying afloat and they're having a good time doing it. So it's like, why are you so apprehensive to this? Just do it.
Yeah. I mean, it's I really look at it as like man, it's almost like when we first got into filmmaking, like whether it's like as a kid or like, a teen or whatever, like whenever you did, but like just the freedom of like, okay, I'm literally just gonna go shoot something with my friends and just have fun, and there's no money on the line because there's no client, there's no if this sucks, it just sucks.
Cool. Yeah, and I guess I just don't want to have to suck at something again. Like, damn, I thought I was done.
Yeah, but then that's also how it's like you're gonna grow in other ways,
That's true.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know. I encourage it.
My friends that are doing it, like they are doing very well. And they enjoy it. And I think those two things are what I'm looking for. I'm looking for just a little bit more like monetary support, but I want work that I enjoy because that's what I've done so far. Like, I really don't want to be this far in my career, this far in my life. Like even my 9 to 5s, like everything job I've had, I've loved. So it's like, I don't want to go back on that. So I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, exactly. And it aligns with it.
I think that's like the biggest thing. I made like a few TikToks.
Yeah.
And in February, I made like a few, and then I just stopped.
Yeah.
I'm saying like consistency is the name of the game.
I feel like something that works for me, that I've seen work is either like kind of batch shooting where it's like, okay, shoot like if you shoot like
that's what I need to do.
Yeah, like shoot like 4 in the day. 3 in a day even. And now it's like, okay, you got Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or whatever, you know. Yeah, or even if it's like posting 2 a week or whatever, but like doing that helps because for me it's like if I don't I go through periods where it's like, okay, I can just make stuff on the fly, but then like now where it's like, okay, I'm busy as hell, and you know, filming something is the last thing that's going to come to mind, or you know, it's like it's not going to get done, so it is better for me to plan some out and then just, all right, I'm gonna shoot these on Sunday, and then I have it all ready to go.
Okay.
So
shoot.
Try it.
All right. How many followers do you have on TikTok?
On TikTok now, I have 204,000 on TikTok.
Oh shit. What?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Okay. All right.
You can do it.
I can.
You can. And the crazy thing, I mean, the thing with TikTok, and I feel like even with Instagram now, because it's become like TikTok.
Let me see. What's your TikTok?
Director Daddy.
Same thing. Okay.
Yeah. But I feel like it's like the thing with both of them is like the possibility to grow is there's so much, it's so not that it's so easy, but it's just possible, where it's like it can happen. Literally one video can, you know, get into the algorithm, and that gets you going. Then you know, I don't know, I look at it kind of like even like with directing, you know, filmmaking, where like every job is not the big job, you know. It's like sometimes it's like, okay, you like even in commercial directing, it's like you might have like the 1 or 2 like big gigs in the year, and then the rest is like, okay, this is a good paying job, or this is decent, whatever. But it's not like every single day is like a Bud Light commercial or whatever, you know.
I would love that.
Yeah, you know, it's like you get a good one. Okay, I'm working. Okay, here. Oh, that was another cool opportunity. But, and I feel like that's the same with like social media, where it's like it's not. I mean, there's some people where it's like, okay, everything they post just goes crazy, and I'm like, that doesn't happen for me. For me, it's I'm consistent, and there's a level of consistency that I have, but it's every now and then where you have that big one that, okay, that created a significant boost in my following or engagement. Then, you know, and then another one and another one. So that's why for me, it's like not necessarily about chasing a viral moment, but like what you were saying, of just building consistency, you know, and getting to a point where it's like you're making stuff that you like, because that's like for me, when I got to a point of like, oh, I'm starting to grow and I'm starting to be excited to even like post content. And even it's I mean, that's, you know, even just sharing like my journey with like making films and like Super Nigga, like that's also stuff that became natural and just started helping build a following where people were like, oh, damn, that's cool. I like that idea for that movie. Okay, boom. Da, da, da. So like even like how what's happening with you now, where like people are discovering that's her. People are discovering your work just from like a tweet. So, and I know you're active with Twitter and stuff. So now it's just like literally just figuring out how you would enjoy TikTok. And I'm sorry I'm going on this whole ramble, but I'm like,
I need to hear it. I mean, I figured out what I like doing on TikTok. I just haven't been consistent. So me and my nephews like review movies that they like.
Yeah.
But it takes like an hour to like film it because I'm working with like 6-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's fun, though. It's fun. And then like editing it takes hours.
Yeah.
Because I'm putting like different scenes like popping up as like they're like describing the scene. I'm like putting that scene on there. I've only done this twice.
Yeah.
Like they loved it. I think they think I'm disappointed I stopped doing it. I was just like, this takes forever. I have 300 likes. Not 300 likes. Wow. 12 likes, 300
Yeah,
views.
views. Yeah.
Start over again.
Yeah.
But I think you have to.
Yeah, I mean, it's for sure. Just like keep staying consistent and and obviously the more you're doing it, the more you start refining. And I mean, again, like filmmaking or like anything, it's like just the more you do it, the repetition, you start getting better. You start finding more ways that you want to do it better. Then you also start discovering other things that you might do, whether it's like, oh, there's this like low lift type of content that I also want to do. And
Right.
then that sustains me while you're working on like the
And I
next.
think that's what I need to balance, like some low lift type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I haven't made a tweet. I saw one girl's tweet got like 60,000 likes, like
Crazy.
talking about the situation that I did.
Yeah.
It might be at like a mil views. And I was like, I could have just made a tweet about me.
Yeah.
Good. And I still have it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like we just never know what's gonna be the thing, and then it's also like sometimes you're just busy with life to the point where it's like tweeting is the last thing I would have thought about, or but I mean, the beauty with I feel like with TikTok especially though is like, unlike Instagram, it's like it's not about like a curated page or like perfect even quality or content. It's I feel like I remember even like literally when I started talking about my feature, Malcolm X Boulevard. I remember it was like I posted a video where, because the producers that I was working with at the time, we were trying to figure out like how to get financing, how to get some money, and they were trying to just go out to investors, go a traditional route. And I was like, it's not, nothing's happening. We're not seeing anything. And I've done like Kickstarters and crowdfunding for shorts. So I was like, okay, I mean, I know how to just talk online and like share what I'm doing. So let me just try that and see what happens. And so I just I remember I shot a video on like just outside, and I was looking like a little scruffy. And the sun was going down. It wasn't perfect lighting or anything. And I was just talking about the project and just sharing the idea, the log line.
Yeah.
And just saying like, I'm trying to make this movie. I don't know how. I want to figure out how to get the money. Blah 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 blah. Internet, do your thing. And I remember I showed my brother, and he was like, I think you got to reshoot it because like you looking scruffy. You need to like shave and like clean up. And I was like, the sun is gonna go down. We're running out of time and light. Like this or nothing. And so I posted it, and I remember the next day it had like 100 or 200,000 views, and people were just like, "Where you need to do a GoFundMe or like something and this and that." Wow. And like people were just asking like, "Where can I find more information?" And I was like, "Oh wow, like." Good thing I just posted that video. Like that's the thing with like I look at social media. It's like lottery tickets where it's just like nah, I'm just a scratch off. So for me, I'm always just like my approach with making content is sometimes it's gonna be a sketch that's gonna be like this, very curated thing. Sometimes it's gonna be literally like a tweet where I just pick up my phone and I'm just saying exactly what I think or what I feel. And it's like a quick little 10-second video, or it could be 30 seconds. I don't know. Sometimes I'm using the TikTok sound, but it's really just like, just post it and see. And things, you never know what's going to spread, because with TikTok, especially, sometimes I've had posts have like 50 views, 100 views for like hours. And then out of nowhere, it starts going off, or like a few days later. So that's why I also I don't delete anything. I'm just like, all right, I have an idea. Let me post it. And like stand up, I have an idea. Let me write it out. Let me do it. Let me perform it and see what happens. And then learn from that and refine on the next thing. So that's my my tips and advice.
It's good. I'm gonna do it. I like my makeup and stuff. So maybe I'll make a little quick video today talking about like, yeah.
You got this.
See what happened, because ain't no money on Twitter. I'm gonna tell you that right. I will have 1,000 viral tweets and get $30.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I got to take my talents to TikTok for real.
Yeah. No, that is the thing.
I'll use Twitter for how I'm using it. It gets you accessibility. It puts you, I don't know, I feel like it gets your voice heard in a different way than TikTok does.
Yeah.
But I feel like TikTok is how I can like support myself.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like each platform has its benefits.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah. But I think especially as a filmmaker, I'm like, TikTok is a great place. Even just sharing like your experiences or what, or what or what you're working on. Then even like you're saying like the non-filmmaking stuff like makeup and all that. Like, is it just literally just whatever you want? So endless possibilities.
It is. They only happen when you put yourself out there. So thank you.
You got this. You got this. I'm rooting for you. But yeah, no, I'm rooting for you. I'm excited to see your content creation journey, and I'm excited to see what's all to come with the movie. But one thing, and we'll wrap up in a bit. But like even with That's Her, like right now, like no, it's like okay, this is the big weekend. This is the big weekend coming up with Yumi and Tuscany.
I just want them to win regardless.
Yeah.
They can be out of the equation. I want them to win.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. It's like, I mean, I feel like you can speak to it more now that you've done a movie, but I'm like, for me, it's like any movie that exists, I'm like, hey, the fact that this got made. I know people worked on this. I know what the hell, the years and time that went into this. So it's almost like I'm always rooting for any movie that comes out, and especially if it's a good one. And especially something like this where it's like, yeah, this has real impacts on like other careers, other projects that audiences will get. So fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But then also even like, beyond that movie, like, I mean, even just for your film, I'm rooting. I'm excited to see how the conversation continues to grow and spread around it, and even how like you guys take advantage of that, or create your own other conversations and other movements, because it is cool to see a first-time filmmaker just get all this press, all this hype that you could not have planned for, and
couldn't have paid for. I've been praying to God, asking for a publicist, because like I said, like my 9 to 5 has always been social media marketing, and I'm always talking to like celebrities, publicists, and I do it more freelance, but I'm talking to the actual like marketing teams, and like I just see how important it is. So I've just been telling God, like, I want a publicist, like please send me a publicist. I met with some. I didn't have the money for that shit. So I'm like, I've waited my whole life for this moment. And I'm also in a place financially I've never been in. Like, just please make this happen for me. Like, the feature happened for me, but I don't want the feature to come out and then that's it. Please. And I think God heard me, and I never would have accepted it. I thought when I prayed, I kept praying for a publicist. So that I could but I was specific. I told God I wanted to write up in Variety. And I wanted it to be about me and the film. I didn't want it to just be about the film, because as directors, if we don't kind of put that spotlight on us a little bit, as well as the film, then we can just kind of be forgotten.
It can just be the actors in the studio that get
sometimes it goes to the actors in the studio. And with the cast that I had, it would be so easy for everyone to forget about me. And so I was specific with that. And I was like, and send me a publicist that can make it happen. And God, you never know how the Lord will show up, but he showed up. Like, For real, for real. Like since we've been on this
Mhm.
call, like Rolling Stone just sent me an email and was like, "Hey,
That's
we want to interview you." And I'm like, Rolling Stone? They weren't
that's
in my prayer,
crazy.
but that's even better than my prayer because I think
Yeah,
I didn't grow up reading Variety.
yeah.
Rolling Stone. Oh, childhood
That
me
is
is like, girl, what?
that is insane. That is it's like I said, like man, this is you're literally on the whole a press tour, like a press run, and the movie has not even come out yet.
No, I mean, it hasn't been sold yet, but it's gonna get sold,
And
and
that's
so
coming,
people
but
remain interested, so that
everything you're doing is building that.
I don't. But I think I've got some more marketing. This is nothing. This is not a part of my marketing plan. This is literally just supernatural.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you scared me, man. I thought you were still out here with me. Yeah. So we go.
Yeah, no, that's the beauty of it, that it's like this is what we're seeing, like how you said, this is before the plan has gone into effect.
Yeah.
So this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
This is
no, I'm plan right now, which is better than any plan I could have ever put together. But I still got a plan.
Yeah. No, I'm rooting. I'm excited.
Thank
I
you.
feel like well, I mean, I was gonna say this is just it's an obligated question, but also I was like, no, but also I just want to know too. I'm like, have you started? And also, I hate to ask it because I'm like, for anyone who has finished a project, the last thing you want to be asked is, so what's next?
I mean, conversations like this, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
When it's like somebody from the second grade that I haven't seen since then, and they ask it, it's like, nah, bro, like enjoy the film.
Yeah, yeah.
In spaces like this, I think it's necessary because how do you should already be thinking about your next thing, and that thinking about it is how you get it out there.
Yeah, I don't know, and I'm like, for me, it's just I'm curious to know, like, just where your head's at and how the things you're excited about, whether it's like this is what I'm working on or just what I hope to be doing, next or down the line.
Yeah. I'm really excited for ABFF.
Come on.
Really, really excited.
Come on.
I've seen the film time, and it
Congrats.
Yeah, right before we picture locked it.
Mm-hmm.
Me, Wayne, Steven, and then like sound engineer, colorist, we all watched the film to make sure it was good. There's no errors. And that was September, and I haven't seen it since then. And watching it like that, like I'm enjoying it, but I'm also just like, hey, can you brighten this a bit? Hey, can we turn the sound down here? Okay. So I didn't really get to watch it for pleasure. So I just can't wait to be in an audience with friends, family, fans, people that have never heard of me, and collectively watch this film in unison. That's what I'm most excited about right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And Tuscany doing extremely well because it's so good.
Yes.
And then I mean, like I said, I'm a writer as well, so I've got scripts and things like that. And then I want to direct a commercial, but I want like that Bud Light, Maybelline commercial, and I just want momentum that doesn't stop.
Yeah,
because I've just been in a state of stillness since September. In September, we finished the film. In September, I lost my job, and nothing's really been happening for me.
Yeah.
I've been in a true state of stillness. And so it's like, okay, I've gotten my rest.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hit the ground.
Ready to get active.
Yeah, I've learned a lot about financial planning. I don't spend money, obviously, the way that I used to because I can't. And so even when I start back getting money, like I'm just going to do things differently. And I'm grateful. Like it's been really rough, but I'm really grateful for the still moments because, I'm about to hit the ground running.
Yeah.
And it's up from here.
I get that. I can relate, going through tough periods of life while also experiencing like crazy creative highs.
I think that's what's so hard about these last months. I loved my job. I
Yeah.
was a freelancer at an agency, and my
Mhm.
client was Hulu's like Onyx Collective. So really
Mhm. Mhm.
their
Mhm.
like black titles and films. And then
Mhm.
sometimes I'd work on Scene in Black, which is HBO's. And so it was just so much fun. But I worked from home.
Yeah.
So much fun. And then obviously, like I said, like doing all the stuff for this feature.
Mhm.
And with
Mhm.
that, like I'm in LA every other month. And then I'm back home
Mhm.
in Atlanta. I'm playing with my dogs,
Mhm.
doing my 9 to 5. Last year was just such an amazing year. And then September,
Mhm.
and it's just been LL
Mhm.
rejection.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm. No,
but
I get
I
that.
never stopped.
Yeah, that's it's a period in the journey.
Yep.
And I remember like one of my friends told me like a while ago, she was like you know, as annoying as it might feel to hear this, um you know, enjoy this period where it's like where it is nothing happening, where it is a bit still,
Mhm.
a bit quiet, because you might be gearing up for a very busy and chaotic period, especially like when the movie comes out. Like, let's say it gets picked up, it comes out, it pops off. It's like, okay, you don't have this stillness, you don't have this the time to just sit and just, check in with yourself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
um,
Well,
it's
my mom,
pros and cons to both
oh,
sides.
sorry.
Yeah. No.
My mom's a pastor, and
Yeah.
she has a lot of like prophet friends because we
Mm-hmm.
have
Mm-hmm. Are you
yeah.
from Atlanta?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah. I
Yep,
grew up out there
I'm
too.
I'm back home in my childhood home right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and so they were all like, they just all kept telling me, like, enjoy this period of rest. If you're working on scripts, finish those scripts. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they were like, what you just said, they were like, we promise you, there's on the other side of this, you're going to be so busy and everyone's
Mm-hmm.
going to be speaking your name that you're going to be so grateful for the time you got to spend with your family, with your dogs, with your scripts.
Yeah.
Um, Going through it, I was just like, okay.
Yeah. I don't want to hear this right now.
Especially like around December. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
what?
Mm-hmm.
I can't
Mm-hmm.
buy anyone a Christmas present. Like,
Yeah.
my friends all went out of town for our birthdays, and
Mm-hmm.
like, where did they go? Monaco? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't,
I can't do that.
I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they like expensive restaurants and stuff, and I'm like, we can go to Chili's.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so we still go to eat, and they pay for my food, and I'm like, I love you guys, but I'm inside. It's just like grateful, but it's, I don't know, this
Mm-hmm.
other feeling as well, because it's like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and especially when you're like, you don't know what's next. So you're living in this unknown, like,
I was applying for 100 to 200 jobs a month and just getting
mhm,
rejected from everything. On
yeah.
top of, like pitching on directing stuff and getting rejected. And like I said,
Hmm.
like in my dating life, like I was getting rejected there too.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
like I don't like you talking about this like momentum that's gonna come, but like
Yeah,
it don't feel like it. And
yeah,
I've never
yeah.
experienced it.
Where?
I've had high highs, but I wouldn't say I've just had like momentum. Like normally I work on something, a break, I work on
Hmm.
something. So I was like, and so I still don't know if that's the energy that I'm in, but because of this, I'm gonna press a little bit harder.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you
Yeah.
got this. You got this. I'm rooting for you. And now it's like you have a whole community rooting for you, like globally.
Yep.
uh like I've seen literally people in like Europe and like in different countries commenting on this. So
I love
uh
that because my
you
next
literally
piece is internet. I want to shoot it internationally. So
well, now you already got an audience that wants to see it.
or-
So literally, you got this. You got this. However I can help in any way ever, I'm always here. Bother me, anything. But I'm rooting for you. And
I'm rooting
yeah,
for you.
thank
Let
you.
me know if there's anything that you need ahead of September.
I got you. I got you. I'll probably nag for advice someday. But yeah, seriously, I
Mhm.
appreciate it. But
For
yeah,
sure. Thank you. This was a good
Yeah.
conversation. Very healing.
Yeah, no, I'm glad. I just want this to be a dope space where we can just, I don't know, just connect.
Yeah,
So
I loved
yeah,
it. So thank you.
thank you. I'll let you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you
Okay.
around.
Alrighty, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, see ya.
Bye.